welcome, all of you peoples out there to another great episode of Wealth for Generations. W4G. I feel like I could be like a TV station. Welcome back, everybody, to W4G. Anyways,
Coming to you at 6.
let's get into some introductions for this episode number 85. Woo! We
Getting up there.
Getting up there. Episode 85. What you want to do for episode 100, Jimmy? Eat Subway. White chocolate macadamia nut cookies.
He said he got an extra one today.
What you want to do for episode 100? Skydive?
Is there something wrong with the plane? That's the only way you get me to jump, bro. You better make it sound like it's about to blow up. I'll be the best skydiver out there. Right. Other than that, I ain't got no reason to jump out of no plane.
Shit, if it's about to blow up, you gonna say,
like, I will volunteer to go first. We're about to blow up. I'll go first.
Like, I need that.
Let's get it.
You have no trick.
Inductions. Over to my Rizite, we got the engineer of all engineers, the guy who steps on kids. Joking. That just came out. Sorry, I don't want to get canceled. We got Jimmy, the Brown Giant.
Yay, Jimmy.
Up so I can ask Jimmy how is he doing. How you doing today, Jimmy?
I'm all right.
That's cool. Shoot, that's great, actually.
Right?
That's great.
I'm blessed.
Ooh, I was waiting for it. You know, you had to say it.
And then, of course, we got the co-host in the house, Mr. Unstoppable Object, the Juggernaut, Mr. Frank the Tank. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I am fantastic, and like Jimmy always said, blessed. Beyond belief.
Yo, we should make a button like that before somebody take it, bro.
Right.
We could probably come up, patent that shit, or not patent, but copyright it.
Yeah.
Like blip, 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 blast. That'd be tight. But let's get to the last but not least introduction of the day. We have Mr. Demar Douglas here for our special guest. Yes. How are you doing today, sir?
Hey, what's up, my man? I'm good. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I'm glad you can make some time to come hang out with us on Wealth for Generations today. We got a great episode ahead of us, and we are going to be getting to know this gentleman in just a moment, because first we got 2 segments we got to get through. Just two. It's one of my favorite, one of your favorite, not so much his favorite. But we got the health.
This is my favorite.
I thought the last one was your favorite.
Also my favorite.
Oh, so sweet.
April Fools. Loser.
It's the 23rd of March, bro.
Close enough.
Speaking of April 1st, I got a buddy dropping an album, Submerged Society. Check it out when you get a chance. Drops April 1st.
Jordan
Spotify.
Rickerson said Kylo smiled when he saw Frank. Ha ha.
Kylo's my dog.
Ha 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 ha
Ha ha ha ha.
I get it. Health is Wealth segment is brought to you by Jessica Marrero and Christina Rose as Elevated Souls. They say we are here to elevate your soul. You can reach them at 480-269-2649. Or you can follow them on IG at Elevated Souls. ELIVE, the number 8D_SOULS. So let's see what the ladies got for us today. Today we've got one that some people may be familiar with, some people may not be. Not sure about all y'all out there. I'm kind of familiar with it. This one's kind of a little bit of a recap here. But today we're going to be talking about CBD. If by a show of hands, who's familiar with CBD? I is. So let's see what we got today. Hey, folks, let's chat about CBD. You know that cannabidol stuff that's been causing quite the stir lately. And no, it's not just about getting chill like a cucumber. CBD's got some serious health perks too. Even ever had those days where every muscle feels like it's staging a revolt? Well, CBD might just be your new best friend forever. Easing those aches and pains like a pro. Feeling like life's throwing you a curveball, like a pro baseball pitcher? CBD can be your ticket to smooth sailing. Help take the edge off and put a smile back on your face. And stress, yeah, we've all been there, but imagine CBD as your own personal Zen master, guiding you through the chaos and teaching your body to just chillax, dude. Even though it's not that kind of, but you know what I mean. Just chillax when things get wild. Now, who doesn't love a good night's sleep? I mean, really though, who doesn't like a good night's sleep? Who doesn't? Can anybody really say no? I don't want to like it. No, yeah, I don't think so. But if you are having problems with getting that, if you're tossing and turning like a washing machine in a spin cycle, CBD might just be the Sandman you've been dreaming of, tackling sleep issues head on, like pow, tough acting, snacking. Showing my age again. But wait, there's more. CBD is like a superhero for your brain, warding off potential baddies like anti-man Alzheimer's or Alzheimer's anti or I can't remember what it's called. It's Alzheimer's, right? Or the Shakerson's Parkinson's or yeah, that's something like that. I mean, what's it called again?
Parkinson's disease.
That's Alzheimer's right there for you. But you don't want to get either one of those. It fights those guys off like super villains in a super fight. Feeling a bit blue? CBD could be your sunshine on a cloudy day, with some studies suggesting it's got good mood sun chips.
It's got good sun chips.
I had to cover up that fumble somehow. With some studies suggesting it's got mood boosting powers. Got inflammation? CBD's got your back, whether it's joints acting up or your gut feeling inflamed. CBD might just offer some relief. And don't forget about those antioxidants. CBD is like a shield protecting your cells from those nasty free radicals and oxidative stress. Oh, and did I mention epilepsy? What? Epilepsy?
Oh yeah.
It helps with epilepsy?
Yep.
I didn't know that one. There's an FDA-approved CBD med called Epidiolex. Sounded right. Offering hope to those dealing with seizures, especially the kiddos. Last but not least, the big C word, cancer. While it's early days, some studies hint that CBD could be a valuable ally, easing symptoms and maybe even slowing down those rogue cells. So there you have it, folks. CBD, not just for the hippies anymore. It's like a Swiss Army knife for your health. But hey, always wise to chat with don't talk to that dude. Just do whatever you want. But I mean, if you're that kind of person, chat with your doctor. Make sure it works for you. They're probably gonna tell you it doesn't. But
there's some doctors that are different out there now.
Yeah, I mean it's 2024.
Yeah,
you might have
before they would have been like, no, don't do it. But there's a lot of doctors that have jumped on those bandwagons between the cannabinoids and THC and CBD.
I always forget if it's an I or O, but I think it's the RSO.
RSO oil, Rick Simpson oil.
Rick Simpson oil, yeah.
That's really good for cancer patients.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They get up to the point where they can like at least take a gram a day. From studies, and it's starting to help relieve their cancer within 90 to 120 days.
That's amazing.
So we actually had one of my good friends, his father-in-law was supposed to have been gone like 4 years ago. And he was on RSO oil up until, I think he just passed away about 4 or 5 months ago. But he lived through it for 4 years.
That's awesome.
See, currently on RSO.
Powers of nature. Mr. Demar,
there's a lot of people that also with the RSO, and it's been like when they catch it early and they change up what they eat with the RSO and the higher in cannabinoids and back into their body, it's been able to fight the cancer off. So a lot of people are going into remission when you actually take it for the science.
It's a miracle plant on so many levels. The whole plant itself, it's not just about not just about weed no more, man. The plant itself is so beneficial in so many different ways. But I was gonna say, Mr. Demar, do you have any insight or anything you would like to add about CBD? Have you have any experiences or anything with it?
I think with the I met a SAR. He had him and his girl have the at the grassroots. I'm sorry, at the strong wool.
Mm-hmm.
They y'all know a SAR, right?
Yes,
Red
I do.
Locks?
I've met him before. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, him and his girl have
I'm not sure what Frank has, but
have the body rub oils. So they kind of real comfortable for, kind of like for you and your
okay,
lady
so
or whatever.
he's like a topical,
it's a topical
CBD.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, for maybe for your hands since you're painting all the time or something, is that what you use it for? Or you just tried it out?
It was like for like Valentine's. You know what I'm saying? It's a Valentine's kind of
no
situation.
more need to say, sir. I get you. I get you.
It's a family show, partner.
Yeah. I mean, is it really though? And not always. So
and
so
it's
much,
good for the
but,
knees too. Good for your, knees.
Yeah.
Since you get a little older, or whatever. So it's good.
Yeah. Nice.
Joints or topical, man, works great for.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Mr. Jimmy? You got any input on the CB Dizzle? Or the CBD?
I like to get high. No, it's fine.
Okay, Mr. Tally.
The last time we gave him an edible, he was stuck at Taco Bell for 2.5 hours. With a Wolverine mask.
Oh, them edibles, boy.
I was like, I can't feel it. Oh, there it goes. I was like, Elijah, can you drop me off at Taco Bell?
Hey,
I walked out the car.
He could see his front door from Taco Bell, and it still took him an hour to make it to the house.
For real.
I walked out the door. I close the door and I walk away and I go like this. And I just go in. And I didn't come out for an hour and a half. But
the same thing happened when you went into the bathroom later that night too.
Nope. Actually, I just passed out for the rest of the night.
All right, Taco Bell.
I passed out for the rest of the night. I was gone. But I use CBD lotion.
Lotion?
Oh yeah, they do got that.
It smells like
hemp.
It's weird. I swear to God, it's like in a like a dark brown like bottle.
Yeah,
it's weird, like it weirdly smells like bananas, bro.
Bananas?
But it smells good. Like, you know what I mean?
It ain't that bad, man. I wouldn't mind. I don't really use lotion like that no more.
It feels better.
If you couldn't tell.
Wow. You say,
But
Jimmy lets you know at least 2 or 3 times a month that I don't use lotion.
Well, cocoa butter?
What was that?
Cocoa butter?
I don't use anything.
Oh, okay.
Not unless I absolutely have to. Unless I kind of gauge it on my water intake. So
okay.
I feel like if I'm good on my water, then I'm not really that ashy. It's really just the rest of it is really just. I feel like society.
That's some good water. Is it alkaline?
I put minerals in my water, yeah.
Word.
But it's not. It's yeah. And it's the amount as well. A lot of people don't, especially out here. A lot of people don't drink enough water. So. But I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I fall. Sometimes I mess up, and I get a little dehydrated. I know it's a little low, and I do have some butters, or I'll use an oil occasionally if I know like all right, I'm dehydrated. Like my face is just ashy. Like
so
I
what
need
about
something.
So you don't use like coconut oil?
No. Or yes, occasionally. I did say oil, butters and oils.
If you like, Zach told me to use coconut oil. He was like he's like especially for your hair.
But I use a bunch of different oils though.
But
I mean, it's not always coconut oil. Sometimes I use apricot oil. Sometimes I use almond oil. I have a mixture.
Before I say this, I wash my hair often, but I have really bad dandruff. Like
castor oil.
My head is just dry. You know what I mean?
Castor oil.
It's castor, isn't it? Or
castor
oil.
Castor oil.
Yeah.
Probably not pronouncing it right, but
yeah, I really like. He was like, just put some coconut oil and like different like types of. You know what I mean? Like, dude.
Why don't you put some CBD in your
hair?
The
reason why your hair is so dry is because you wash it all the time.
I don't wash it all the time, like, but
because dandruff is just dry skin.
Yeah, people at first when I was young,
probably not drinking enough water.
Your hair, you just don't wash your hair all that. You know what I'm saying?
You're probably dehydrated all the time.
that's really what it is too. Like I'm trying to cut back on soda. I'm doing my best. Like I even try to get like water like flavoring, so I can get more. You know what I'm saying? Drink more water, which I'm doing better. But like,
Hey, sometimes you gotta take small steps to make big changes.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap it up for the Health is Wealth today. We're getting into the next segment called Asking the Masses. Asking the Masses, for those that aren't familiar, is when I head out on my surfboard to the social medias and ask a big old question for the week. This week we had, if you could have a painting for free of a person, past or present, who would it be? So I usually try to pertain it to the topic of the show whenever I do the Asking the Masses. I know it's kind of probably an odd question for you to answer because you could do your own whenever you want, but that goes out to everybody, Jimmy, Frank, and Demar, if you have an answer, because I know it's kind of an odd question for you.
If I could paint a picture of
or have it painted, whatever, since you have the ability to paint something you would like, you could say you paint it yourself, or if you wanted something painted, who would it be? Because I could name a person, but I'm not gonna be able to go paint it and like be able like, yeah, I like that. I'm like, that's a interesting stick figure of my grandfather there.
It's an interesting question. I guess if I had to break it down, let's say if I was to do a live sitting with a model that I had the opportunity to paint, it would be Jesus. If I could sit down, have Jesus travel back in time, have Jesus sit and model for me, the Black Jesus, and paint the same images that the Vatican is hiding from us.
I like that.
Oh, I went a little deeper than I was supposed to, huh?
Actually, I was hoping you were gonna do that because I had one locked and loaded for you. I was like, all right, I got a question because somebody actually said that on social media.
Okay.
Not the same way though.
Okay.
So I kind of questioned it, and I was going to question yours, but you explained it in more depth than they did.
Right.
So I don't have to question it.
Even though you saw Vladimir Putin just pulled out some relics with Black Jesus and Black Madonna just recently.
No.
Yeah.
Madonna's black?
Huh?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. What about you, Frank? You got anybody that you would want to get a picture of? A painting? Not a picture.
A painting.
Yeah. That's the curveball, I feel like, because
Jimmy,
people you can easily get a picture of somebody, you know what I mean? You can easily pick up my phone and be like, got a picture of you, you know what I mean?
But I said this a long time ago when we did that one. I would always say Martin Luther King. You know, the different Martin Luther. I would like to have a mixture, you know, of all the greats, like a mural of like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, throw a little Denzel in there, little Mike in the corner, because you know Mike Tyson, he be saying some crazy stuff, but he's a legend now.
I'm like, which one? Jackson?
Jackson, Jordan, or Tyson?
Yeah, Tyson. So
you looking forward to the fight?
I am.
I hope he.
I hope he just lays this dude out. Absolutely. Like everything is so like. I think it's all media based, but I think like people just they underestimate Mike still, and they showed Mike do some training, and it was like, oh man, like
I wouldn't want to hold the bag for that brother.
Yeah, like
I mean, but I'm not trying to say this in a defensive way. I'm trying to say this in a non-biased way. I think a lot of people underestimate Logan brothers.
They do, but old boy just beat him. Old boy just beat the brother up.
He lost the boxing match.
Yeah,
finally
he lost to it was another TikToker. Like it was trying to see who was, and the dude beat him up. Like he kept saying, "You gonna have to knock him out," and straight he lost.
The TikToker been training though. The other guy, has the other guy been training, or was it the same kind of like introduction that he had? Like he was kind of training a little bit.
I don't even think
Logan Paul lost to Floyd Mayweather. And he came out early.
No, not that setup bullcrap.
They didn't count that as a loss, did they?
No.
I thought he was technically considered undefeated.
Mayweather won.
Yeah, but
no.
This dude like lost.
He knocked him out.
No,
Oh, it went to decision.
It went to decision,
but it was like obvious loss.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, because I guess in pressure, like in the face off, Jake had took I don't know if you remember that, but he took Floyd's hat. So I got your hat, and he was like,
yeah, Floyd don't
Jake
like
Paul
showing
has
that ball spot.
His brother said this. He was like, he has never been without security since that day. He was like,
hey, talk about boxing. We can't forget the good old Muhammad Ali.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we can't forget Muhammad.
He was like, Floyd was so pissed, and they live in Florida. And he was like, Floyd owns Florida, man, like Miami. Like, he owns Miami. He was like, he got, you know what I'm saying, goons everywhere in Miami. He was like, man, he has yet to be without security since that day. I don't blame him either, though. But, hey.
So did you say one?
Mm-hmm.
Who you got? Floyd?
What up?
No, you got the Logan. You got the Paul brothers?
Oh, no, I got Mike.
You want a painting of the Paul brothers?
Hell no. Damn, okay. Disrespectfully, of course. No, I want Mike Tyson to win.
No, man.
What are we talking about?
Asking the masses.
What painting would you
What
want?
painting would you?
Oh, didn't know because he was like the. He said no. He said you want the Floyd, the Lloyd. I mean, the Paul brother. And I was like, no, I want Mike Tyson to win because we were just talking about the fight. Yeah. No, I want my brother.
Dips. Or your brother, you said?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you said. I don't know. Sometimes my brain just does what it wants.
When Dip said my nephew, he talked about my brother.
That's good information to know.
That's cool.
Just want everybody to know. I am commissionable at DemarDouglas.com.
Right.
And 99% of all proceeds goes to the Feed My Family Foundation.
All these people,
Nice.
If you do want these portraits made, there's someone that can paint them for you at a reasonable cost. But let's go to the social medias. Right, we had a couple answers. We had Mr. Dip to the Lean, the king of Habari. He said his nephew, brother, and mother as a group painting. We have Triss. She said Derek Jeter. I think somebody's got a little crush. Iesha said my grandmother, grandfather, and great uncle. Oh, and then we have Miss Kathy. She was the one that said Jesus. So for my rebuttal, just in case anybody was interested, and respectfully, I'm curious. So this is why I put this out there. The rebuttal was, but there's already so many people who have made paintings and pictures of Jesus. And if you're a religious person, you probably already have a picture of Jesus somewhere in your house. So what would you do to make it specific or personalize it? Don't just tell me that you just want Jesus, because like I said, like you can go anywhere. You can go to the thrift store, you can go somewhere, you can go anywhere and get a picture of Jesus. But like you said at the end, if you want to, for yours, you would want to do it depicted the way it should be.
It's supposed to be, yeah. I'm being mindful not to get you canceled.
I ain't getting canceled, man.
So, you know what I'm saying? You know the whole story behind that, right?
No, enlighten us.
Real quick, basically.
The short version.
Okay. So Leonardo da Vinci was commissioned by the Catholic Church to paint his version of Jesus, which was his gay lover, Caesar. Before why am I drawing a blank? It was Caesar something. It was his gay lover. Leonardo had his brushes and other paints.
Sword fighting.
Yeah. Hashtag no Diddy. But I said it out loud, huh? But you know what I'm saying? No Meek Mill either, apparently.
Man, you said you was trying not to get me canceled.
Hey, he hit the ball.
You said you wasn't gonna get me canceled, man. You gonna get me murdered.
Like, gee. Well, for generations has been deleted.
I'm gonna wake up tonight with whispers of take that.
That's funny. But no, so
all you're gonna hear is can't stop, won't stop.
Don't even know how to stop.
It's okay, Daddy.
That's hilarious.
That's what Meek was saying.
Dave Chappelle is up, bro. He said can't stop, won't stop.
But long and short, that started the whole movement of this white Jesus to place themselves as God and a godlike figure. So it influenced the whole world ultimately. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's falsehoods. But the Vatican hides and holds portraits and paintings of Black Jesus. And then there's video footages of the popes worshiping Black Jesus's paintings of Black Jesus.
Have you seen there's this movie that came out like not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago. The Book of Clarence.
Man, I knew you was gonna say that.
I saw a piece of it, and I didn't get a chance to finish watching the rest.
It wasn't like I don't know, but
wasn't that a comedy?
Huh?
Wasn't it a comedy?
Yeah, but the concept of it is like, damn, you know what I mean? It was Jesus
like on Some They Clone Tyrone,
something like that.
I haven't
seen it. I know what the concept of it is like. Oh, send a chicken. I ain't use Popeye says, but no, but they were talking about basically it was this it was his brother was a disciple of Jesus, but he was like, damn, nobody really seen Jesus, so why can't I be the new Messiah? You know what I mean? Be the new Messiah. So he's going around acting as, you know what I'm saying, the new Messiah, and long story short, the real Jesus ended up, of course, getting crucified and everything. And he got crucified too. He was one of the thieves. And that's when he was resurrected by Jesus. It's you have to watch it to understand it, you know what I mean? But it's low-key a good ass movie. And the girl I watched it was a white girl. She was like, Jesus isn't Black. I was like, ooh, I gotta go home. I gotta go home.
Work.
Somebody fell asleep in history class.
Right. She was like, how is Jesus Black? I'm like, have you not read the Bible? And she was like, not really.
Sandy.
And she was like, I was like, he had hair of wool and skin like copper. Who the hell, except for Will Ferrell, you know, who had hair like wool. Will Ferrell is the only other. I mean, but other than that, like, who has, you know what I mean, skin like copper, and you know what I mean? But that's just me, though, and everybody else who believes in actual history.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for Asking the Masses. We're going to go head on to the next segment of the show, the meat and potatoes. We're getting into the wealthy wisdom. So I've been kind of rusty on these, but let's see how it goes. Let's see if I can get an approval here. Let's officially meet Mr. Demar Douglas, hailing from. I wanted to just roll into it. All right, I'm gonna try to. Let's officially meet Mr. Demar Douglas, hailing from Ypsilanti. Dang, I'm like, dang, man, this word, Ypsilanti, Michigan. I was practicing. You know, you look at the spelling of this word.
Nope,
it's kind of weird.
Ypsilanti. If you just looked at that, like, I'm like,
oh god,
I'd have been like Y-Town, Michigan.
But yes, Mr. Demar Douglas was born in Ypsilanti, Michigan, raised in sunny Southern California. From a young age, he knew his calling was in the world of art. After college, he founded Blackwater Studio, showcasing his work in galleries across the map. But Demar's art goes beyond the canvas. It's a reflection of his essence. Inspired by his dreams, every stroke has a story of resilience behind it. On December 26, 2008, Demar was faced with obstacles that would change everything. Now equipped with a new perspective, he's on a mission to ignite imagination and inspire viewers to see the beauty in life's changes. From celebrity clients to captivating illustrations across various industries, Demar's work speaks volumes. And now he's embarking on a new journey with Cloudscape Studios. So join us as we get to know more about Demar and his journey.
Sorry, because I'm gonna forget it. And I said, y'all know, I'm sure you're a comics guy, or you know what I'm saying. Just was it nonfiction or fiction? It's fiction, right? That's real, not real, and nonfiction is real, right? I don't know. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Fiction is fake.
Okay, cool. That new Beetlejuice trailer. I'm finna go, man. I'm finna watch that bitch. That's our little movie thing right there. We gonna watch Beetlejuice.
Man, screw Beetlejuice. They got new installments of X-Men.
They do.
I was gonna let you use my Disney Plus.
Let me use it.
Hell no, Mark.
Why not?
Yo, Mark, I knew you were gonna ask.
Look, he got real serious. Let me use it.
And then you can
Demar,
put you can put six subscribers on it, so he definitely got
Demar. No, Demar probably already watched it.
I've been watched it.
See,
I stayed up to midnight to watch it.
See,
hey, I
lost my Disney Connect like 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think like the prices changed.
Hey, no, HBO Max is. I mean, not HBO.
Either something changed
Disney
with
Plus
them, or something
now.
changed with her finances.
You got
and I
Hulu
lost
on
my
it,
Disney
man?
Connect.
Yeah, they
what?
got to be within a certain.
Oh, watch Family Guy and Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody want to invite me over and watch X-Men, I'm friendly.
No names allowed. Especially not Miles.
I got a lot of herbs I could bring for us.
Bruh, don't nobody want your poppy seeds, okay? Or whatever they called.
Yeah, whatever you talking about.
Your sage.
Jimmy.
But
anyways,
non-vegan snack. No, I was kidding.
Let's get to know Mr. Demar Douglas over here. So these are gonna be the stuff I briefed you with.
Mm-hmm.
It was saying that you knew at a young age that you wanted to be related into art and everything like that. So I'm not even sure if this question is even going to really pertain to you. But the first question should be, why did you decided to start your own business? Or did you just jump right into it, though, is what I'm kind of thinking as an artist. Like, did you ever really work anywhere else?
Well, legend has it, according to family members, basically from when I was old enough to stand up, walk against the wall, whatever, I was using crayons and drawing all over the walls and stuff. So I was a graffiti artist first. So I was writing hieroglyphics in my own language.
Yeah, street hieroglyphics.
In my parents' walls. You know what I mean? From as soon as I got a pencil, crayon, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, they started buying drawing paper and crayons, and remember those old school coloring books where they had the little watercolor, had the little dots.
Yeah.
So they start buying all that stuff, and I started developing my craft. And then as I started getting into elementary school, I found myself getting commissioned. I didn't know it was commissioned by name at the time, but by my classmates were offering to trade me their lunch money to draw Spider-Man, original Spider-Man, or Ninja Turtles, Batman, saying different superheroes or comic book stuff or whatever. So like, let's get it. So I was ain't no money being left on the table.
Right.
So I took all that, So I was like my first business.
That's what I was kind of
hustling in elementary school. He said, "How much you got? $225." I had the Spider-Man done by
Spider-Man head. Oh, you got a $225? You get a Spider-Man head.
I'll be done 10 minutes before your lunch is done. Come back, see me.
This guy said Spider-Man head. No diddy.
That's what I'm saying. You got that $5.
Don't get caught in the web.
Whole body.
Don't get caught in the web.
You got that whole body.
Don't go shopping.
Oh, Sam got $10. You get a whole body. He's shooting webs. Some New
you
York
damn! You gave me the whole
like,
your whole week's allowance.
Yeah,
So venom in
the
there.
whole scene.
So it was a whole thing. So then I had rounded up all the most talented artists in my class. And at the time, New Edition was like popping. So I named my little crew NDC, New Drawing Crew. Right? So we was like the baddest artists in elementary. You know what I'm saying? We had a little crew, started making our own comic books because we didn't see a whole lot of black characters at the time. So we made our own. We had Sub Wars. It was dope, right? And we was elementary. So there was like a city that was under the ocean, inside of under a dome. And then
like the infirmary.
Huh? And then like that ocean, Deep Oceans, whatever came out years later. I feel like they bit our idea.
Deep Ocean Blue or Deep Blue Ocean.
It had the talking dolphin. This is like in the 80s.
Flipper?
Nah. It was 7 or something. It was a TV show.
We were talking about that too. Me and Dip. You're like, there's not a lot of black superheroes.
Nah, there's not.
Like, what you like sit down.
No, there is. People just don't know about them.
Nah,
they're not.
There's not a lot of black superheroes.
Percentile. There's some that it's a lot now. There's a lot more. There's less gatekeepers because publishing has gotten a lot cheaper. So there's a lot of indie companies coming out creating their own comic books and stuff like that. That's what I was doing in elementary. I'm making our own stuff and publishing it. So now that we have people are going on Amazon and other places and creating their own companies.
That's tight.
So you know what I'm saying. So it's like building your own table that you got a seat at the table, build your own.
Right.
So this man created a comic book.
Like when especially with like black characters, they don't really expand the ideas that much. Like what you think of, a lot of them have electric powers or something. You know what I mean?
Black lightning,
static shock.
Damn, like what's his
Black
name?
Panther?
Somebody uncles talked about.
What about Black Panther?
Yeah,
he ain't got no.
I know, but I'm just saying, majority
electromagnetic suit that collects power from
who?
Black Panther. Well, we were saying it's most
electric. It's
kinetic energy.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically.
Did you see that? I'm not gonna ask them.
No, kinetic isn't really.
Did you see that new trailer that just came out?
For
I think it's called 1943.
Oh my god, the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see that trailer of 1943? It looks so real. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it's fire. Like, it's a new game that's Captain America kind of versus Black Panther, but they're also they're dealing with Hydra. I think it's the father.
So
T'Chaka.
That or the
T'Chaka.
I think it was T'Chaka.
Bored with a demon.
Because it was 1940, whatever. Yeah.
1945, somewhere there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I saw the trailer and it looks so. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it actually looks like
it's a video game for PlayStation.
I'm sorry. I don't know where I was going. I told you sometimes my brain just does what it wants. On what system?
I know at least PlayStation.
I know it's gonna be on PlayStation for sure. They
I'm still on 3.
I'm still thinking about this man creating a whole story in elementary.
I know, right?
Of something under the water.
No.
With a dome
in
a city.
I don't know if you're fully getting it though. He created a comic book guild and then created a comic book. Like he created a whole team of he created the first comic book club in his ever probably. An artist comic book club.
An artist that draw their own comic books.
They got together.
Well, it's actually a company though, so to speak, right? So we had little splits. So I had it was me. I was drawing. I had a colorist, a writer, and someone who had real good handwriting did the lettering for us. So we would make photocopies at school at the library.
What age is this? Like 6?
10? I don't know, 7, 6, 7,
8.
Second, third grade, somewhere around there.
Go on. I'm sorry. I'm just amazed.
That's cool. But yeah, so we would sell copies of it. You know what I'm saying? At the student bookstore or out of our backpacks and stuff like that. But we would go to the library and make photocopies, and fold them down the middle and staple them with like regular computer paper and staple them down the middle.
Is that why NBC had you on there? They figured out that, they made these TV shows of kids having comic books and then...
Nah, the NBC was just... what was that about? I was doing some live art and had an exhibit in Palm Springs, and then ABC had me on for an exhibit I was doing at the Holocaust Museum in Los Angeles.
Nice.
And then the Phoenix News Station had me on for the Black History event we had earlier this year.
Nice.
And other various news, medias stuff.
So you started way back then in elementary. Is there a point where you decided to kind of like level up more and actually fully mentally dedicate and be like, all right, this is going to be my profession?
Absolutely. That's been my whole school I guess job career at the time. But after I graduated, I took a few classes here and there. Didn't find what I really wanted because I'm kind of a non-conformist, so I like to do things my way, like Usher, right? So
some of the best artists, inventors, actors that.
And I didn't want to be. So I found when we was doing life drawings of like new models and stuff like that, right? So let's say student
Why
A.
you look up like that? Frank was like, Nude?
That was not how I looked up.
So if we had like a say like a student A, student B, were both equally skilled at their drawing and construction.
Mhm.
By the time we would hang all the art on the wall, you know what I'm saying, whose pictures is what? Because if we were a lower skill level, you can pick that out. But if they're they still kind of had a similar look. So for my whole thing that frustrated me.
Mhm.
So I wanted to find my own style, you know what I'm saying? And especially coming up, kind of my high school years was like in the golden era of hip hop.
Mhm.
So, it was like, don't be no biting ass MC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So everybody was about, you know what I'm saying? Like Raekwon was like, I want nobody sounding like me on no album. So it's like that's the same kind of vibe I had. I wanted to have my own look and style.
Everybody sound the same.
Yeah. Like
it ain't in no more.
Right. Yeah. So that was kind of my whole get down. So so I just developed my own look, and I just wanted to be able to compete in any market.
Would you say that there is a major attribute about yourself since making that leap and trying to get to that level that you had to come to terms with? Like,
yeah. Not everyone that you know, love, and support will support you. Hey, real talk. I've had more success with strangers than I've ever had with most people that I know personally. Because it's like, coming from I grew up in Rialto, California, which is about a little bit under an hour outside of LA. So people knowing me as Gary Demar Douglas, the shy kid that draws pictures for people, versus Demar Douglas, the painter of dreams, that I'm nationally and globally known as. Now, like, it's different. So I meet strangers that have seen me online or saw me in the news or read articles about me in magazines. I might as well be Jay-Z to them.
Right.
In theory. I mean, our pockets are a little different, but it's a whole different perception. Like, they appreciate all the work and at a whole different level. It's not like, he blacked my eye when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, that's what I was gonna say. Sometimes perception's a son of a bitch.
It
you
is.
Know what I mean? Like that. Like, I'm not sure if that happened, but that kid that you popped in the eye, he might to himself be looking at your stuff like, "Damn, this shit really is dope." But then his friend come by like, "Yeah, that's Demar shit. Fuck that shit. That shit's whack. Fuck that fool." You know what I mean?
Tell him why you mad, son.
You're never gonna get that support from him because of
Right.
that perception that he has from that past. Even though when he's alone, he's like, "Damn, Demar really is like this motherfucker going worldwide and fucking traveling. Of course, he's fucking good. Like, what the fuck am I
wonder if he
about?
remember me?
right? Wonder if he remember hitting me in my eye.
If I hit him up, I wonder if he'll remember who I am.
That's a real thing.
If I drew my black eye and sent it to him, you know who it is.
Had hands there.
Oh, Clarence, I'll never forget you.
That's funny. But I had a homeboy who hit me up. Homeboy I went to one of my day ones. Hit me up. It's like there's a group chat with some of the people we knew from growing up from elementary, high school, and all that. You right? He's like, man. He's like, even to this day, they still be like, man, fuck Demar, because it was like we had a drawing battle, and I swear to God, it was like 7th grade. So we drew characters of each other, and I demolished him. I don't know what I did that was so bad. I think I put him in some gay scene, but it looked just like him, and we passed around the class. So them laughs, they still laugh about that shit to this day.
It's like being one of like the being like the best roaster of the crew or something like that. And
oh yeah,
like, man, I remember when you got him for them shoes he had, and that now it's just stuck in that dude's head. That like, man,
I'm sorry, we talking about almost 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So like, still mad. Like,
perception's the son of a bitch sometimes, man.
He set that one in his memory for sure. Every time he sees an artist or drawing, he's like,
he got PTSD.
His lady like, you want to go to art museum? Nope, sure don't. I got bad.
Like Friday art walks, like nope.
Like, no, we ain't going no art walk ever.
Just in case I run into tomorrow.
Bring an umbrella with me just in case I walk down the wrong street and I ain't gotta look at that shit.
That's funny.
Trash ass art.
If you could have one thing off your business wish list, what would it be? Whether it be like some fancy dancy paintbrush, or maybe some more easels, some more supplies somehow, maybe a storefront, something, just anything off your wish list. In case anybody's watching.
Any angel investors, huh? I honestly want to open I want to franchise some galleries throughout the country. That'll be ideal. Not just for my sake, but I teach classes here periodically, and there's a lot of students that I want to help, that I've mentored or taught in the past, that I want to help bring into the industry. There's a lot of like learning curves. You know how, like, for example, right? So typical concept, you go to, graduate high school, go to college to be a doctor, and then you go to a hospital and apply to be a doctor. And then you get the job where you don't.
Right.
And then you work 20, 30 years and retire. Being a fine artist or an illustrator, it doesn't work that way. You kind of got to find your way, submit this, submit that, or just start getting your name out there to be known, to develop a reputation, to start getting commissions or clients, or even submit to galleries and stuff like that. It's a very, very uphill road to travel. You know what I mean? It's like skating backwards in a lot of cases. You know what I mean? It's very, very challenging. So it's not just like an easy path. I mean, if you're going to apply, go work for somebody else, like if you're going to go work for Disney or something like that, then that's something else. But I'm going my own path. You know what I mean? So I want to bring up people I've worked with, people that, students I've worked with. My son's a dope artist.
Nice.
He's in college right now. My fiance, she's a dope artist. And I got a bunch of dope friends who really don't know the business that I want to bring along as well. So I want to have a nice franchise of galleries across the country.
So basically, you're saying you starting another guild.
Sounds like it. He's on the move.
Sounds like he's mentally got the guild already. They just don't all know.
I was gonna start popping up people's studios. I'm trying to put the team together, like some on like the Avengers, coming with my Sam Jackson. But yeah, I want to. It's not just about me. You know what I mean? I want to be instrumental to helping people live their dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's important to me.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's the whole reason we here for the Wealth of Generations. We're about bringing on these entrepreneurs and these business owners, and sharing their tips and tricks of the trade, and how we can at least set a eye view for the path. You know what I mean? We might not have the whole path set up for them, but at least if you catch the right episode, the episode might at least be like, yo, there's a path that way, at least. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of somebody just being like, I wish I could draw, and then just leave it at that. Because there's somebody's gonna watch this episode.
There's a lot of untapped talent.
So somebody's gonna watch this episode and be like, I wish I could draw like him. And then that's gonna be the end of that thought. They're just gonna leave it like that. But if they had the opportunity to deal with you and get into the gallery, they'd be able to get that exposure and even maybe get some training and stuff like that. How many? ¿Cuántos? 11?
11.
Okay. So you were saying this one, I'm gonna skip this one because you're already talking about how you had the whole childhood experience in elementary. You were slanging comic books basically. So I was gonna say childhood memories. If you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
In history?
Just in general. It could be if you want it to be a historical thing, like 150 years later, like talking about Demar Douglas and his illustrations, or if you just something even Tombstone style or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, what would it say there? He was remembered. Blah 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 blah.
I would like to be remembered as an individualist artist with the mindset of not following the traditional norms. For example, like, what's your style? Like, a lot of artists have that one go-to style that's all they can do, or that's all they choose to do. I felt like for me, I have the ability to be able to transition from drawing Mickey Mouse to Malcolm X without a problem. You know what I mean? Short story. My dad, when I was younger, my dad told me this thing. He talked about artists come dime a dozen, so always have like a backup plan. And at the time, I was young, right? So shit kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I was kind of in my emotion. I felt a certain way. But I was like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Forget that. What I'm gonna do is use this as negative elevation in a way. So it inspired me to be a fucking beast off cut. So I'm gonna destroy in the cartoon world. I'm gonna make myself untouchable, realistic, and anything in between. Can't nobody tell me nothing. So it's worked out for me. So the times I've gotten children's books, I've done 20, 30 children's books now. And Barnes Nobles and Amazon all over the place. Super realistic paintings and portraits for people's families, to doing the stuff with the sons and doing CD covers for underground and notable rappers. Stage painting live.
Like RBX?
Oh, that's one of them. Yeah. Yeah, so I just finished RBX's cover. It just new album just dropped. So y'all go check that out.
Congratulations to you and Mr. RBX on his album dropping.
Who's your most notable artist that you've done their album cover?
Yes, RBX. I've done some stuff with Razcast, did some stuff with Wordsworth, did some stuff with did some live paintings with Corrupt from the Dog Pound. I've worked with Badass from the Dog Pound, RIP. Worked with Bishop Lamont.
Bishop Lamont.
Yeah, a whole lot of people. I gave it. Yeah, so I don't. I did a dope picture with King T. Worked with King T from the Licks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting around a little bit.
Yeah, nice.
A little bit.
Yeah. Ew. He's weird.
These guys.
No, don't look at me like that.
Me neither. Hey, so I don't think I asked you earlier. I did want to go back. What was the name of that comic book? Your first comic book?
It was two of them. One was the first one was called Sub Wars. That's what I was telling you about
underwater.
And the other one was called Mutant Madness.
Okay.
And Mutant Madness was like the evil professor started blending humans and animals together.
Okay.
And again, mind you, we were young, you know what I mean? And then I found out years later there's this thing called Dr. Moreau's Island. I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, which I didn't know. But I guess we was onto something, right? So I don't know if the ether, like we grabbed something out of the ether and had something that's children conceptually. That was art that came out years later as like TV shows.
Yeah.
Like my boy we had this one character called Sub-Zero. And then when we got into high school, there was Sub-Zero.
Right.
So I'm like, we was on to something. We kind of all we needed was some budget.
Right.
So
I mean, that's almost like what was it? Aquaman. Like that's a whole underwater city.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then he just made a whole thing.
Right.
So if anybody wants to catch any of your stuff, see it right now, where's a good place they could check it out?
You can always go to DemarDouglas.com. Most of my work's on that site. The Footprint Center has 3 of my murals I've done for the Phoenix Suns on the 3rd floor.
Phoenix Suns. Yes.
And I've worked at the Grassroots Bookstore as well.
Oh, so you've done some of the wall in there?
No, they have some artwork on display there.
Okay. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Wealthy Wisdom segment of the day. We're getting into the last segment of the day. It's one of my favorites. It's your favorite. And it's Jimmy's favorite. It is
We building, boy.
All right, for all those who aren't familiar with We Building Boy is the last segment of the show where we give the special guest the floor. They can drop any contact information, any pop-ups, any specials, anything like that. Make sure you drop that phone number if anybody wants their portraits done for their Jesus or their grandmothers, their aunts and uncles and stuff like that. But yeah, so right now, Mr. Demar Douglas, you have the floor. Be shameless and promote, sir.
No doubt. So again, like I said, you catch me at demardouglas.com. You can find me at some of my work at Grassroots Bookstore. Please, if you get a chance to check out the artwork I did at the Footprint Center. That's part of my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Those are permanent installations, like forever.
Nice.
For the induction of 3 of the Hall of Famers.
That's amazing. Let's get another round of applause for that. That's awesome. That's immortalized right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then catch me at on Barnes and Noble. It's just a bunch of book titles I've illustrated. And I'm gonna be out doing some pop-up shows, and I'm currently coordinating a themed art show that I'm gonna reach out to some local artists to collaborate with.
Nice. Awesome. Well, that's gonna wrap up the show for the day. I got one little quick thing I gotta do. It's gonna take about 45 minutes, but we're gonna get through it nice and fast. I'm just joking. But I got to give a shout out to my homie, though. My homie Omar. He's holding it down at the Phoenix Am skate event today. It's going down today and tomorrow. It starts at gates open at 9. There's also a party going on tonight downtown as well. This is at the Desert West, back home in my stomping grounds, off of about 67th and Thomas area. It's a big skate park. It's promoted by Cowtown Skate. Darn, I messed that part up. But yeah, by Cowtown. So check it out, all you skaters out there. Check it out. If you see my homie Omar, tell him what's up. He's been out there helping since the last week. He's been out there volunteering every year since he was 16 years old. So go show some support for you skate lovers. Skate park lovers out there. But let's get a round of applause for my engineer of all engineers, Mr.
Jimmy.
For free, y'all.
Get another round of applause for my co-host, Mr. Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
And then another one for Mr. Demar Douglas, the painter of dreams. Make sure y'all follow him, check him out. Cloudscape. DemarDouglas.com. Make sure you connect with him. And last but not least, this one's for you. All you viewers out there, thank you for staying around, supporting. I thank you. We wouldn't be here without you. But for now, peace.